All right, Shalom. We'll start first by giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, those of the house of David that will get salvation. Shalom. I looked up a word. I was reading over this article a brother sent to me, and I looked over a word, and the word was revealing, so to speak. You know, the word was actually anxiety, and when you look up the word anxiety, it's pretty revealing about the mind state of the people. You know, because anxiety is pretty heavy, a diagnosis, so to speak, of what the people today are going through in this society. And they don't know why, because it's deeper and inside their spirit. Here's the definition for the word anxiety. It says, a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Right? Some of the synonyms are worry, concern, apprehension, apprehensiveness, uneasiness, unease, fearfulness, fear, disquiet, disquietude, inquietude, perturbation, agitation, angst, misgiving, nerves, tension, tenseness. Let's see what else. Let's see if there might be something else. Heebie-jeebies, twitchness, jitters. Those fidget. The thing that came to mind was those little fidget spinners, man. That's because these children have anxiety. The brother in our camp, Yakanad, he said something beautiful. He said, everything's happened to every generation. Every generation has had something major go down in their generation, except this one. So that's why this stuff has to go down now, because this is the one generation that ain't had nothing happen. Every generation throughout history has always had something go down. This is the one that hasn't had anything go down. Reading on, it says desire to do something, typically accompanied by unease. Right? And then when you go down to psychiatry, it gets good as well. It says a nervous disorder characterized by a state of excessive uneasiness and apprehension, typically with compulsive behavior or panic attacks. Yeah, so they'll even give you pills and stuff for this, right? Give you all these drugs and pills to help you disquiet your spirit from the uneasiness, from the anxiousness, from anxiety, right? I looked up, but what's that imminent event? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai coming back, the day of the Lord. That's that imminent event. And something with an uncertain outcome. They're not sure where they're going to land in that day. They haven't done, in people's spirit, they know that they haven't earned salvation in their spirit. They haven't done the things that who they inwardly call Jesus Christ and God would require them to do to get salvation. And as well as the heathens, they know they don't deserve it. It's not for you. Salvation is not for you. So, like the scriptures say, for salvation, we know what we worship for salvation is of the Jews, for pursuing St. John chapter 4, right? Now, I also went into the word, see what we got any more in history on it, anxious, different ways to spell it. Latin, comes from the Latin, right? Yep, so let's go into another word, psychiatry, right? Because as I say, the study and treatment of mental illness, emotional disturbance, and abnormal behavior. It comes out of the Greek for healer, which is iatros. Sukeni is the Greek word for soul and mind, and agitation is healing. right? We came down to psychiatry. It says soul, mind plus healing, right? Time over use. As time went on, the closer we got to the day of the Lord, you see it's been hyping up. It was barely used in the early 1800s, but after 2000, 2010, it's on the rise. You know, because people are having emotional disturbance. I think that's the one that that fits more so to what we're talking about with anxiety. You know. So I'm gonna hit some scripts right now. Yeah, I think I want to. Yep. I'm gonna hit some scripts and tile this in. This anxiety is because you guys aren't stable, man. You guys are all out of sorts. The imminent event, you're not covered for that imminent event that's coming. Right? Isaiah 33:6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times." Yeah, wisdom and knowledge of this Bible, of your good works. And only the Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those with the Israelite spirits that scattered across the four corners of the earth, mingled among the other nations, looking like the other nations, but with the spirit of an Israelite. You're the only ones that have a chance to get this, because it's only for you. The Heavenly Father is not about everybody. It's only about you. So you're the only one that has a chance to get a proper understanding of this Bible, to get the wisdom and knowledge, to be stable in the times. What times? The day of the Lord. That imminent event that the anxious are worried about, that's causing such mass anxiety. There's false flag attacks and terrorism on the rise, and crime, and the housing economy, and then the money is about to collapse. Trump is dividing the country with civil and monetary and racial divide. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on, which is creating the people to be anxious, to have anxiety. Right? It says, "And strength of salvation, this knowledge and wisdom will also be the strength of your salvation." It will be the stability of the times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Because these people are anxious or uncertain about a coming event that they don't know. With this fear for the Lord is what's going to be our treasure, to keep us getting that wisdom and knowledge, to be stable, and it'll be the strength of our salvation. That's what this is all about. So let me go when I didn't have written, but I always like, the spirit of moving and put things on you. So I'm going to start at the top of that. Isaiah 32:2, it says, "A man shall be in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest." And honestly, it's Yahweh Shai unto us as it will be a man unto a woman, as it is a Yahweh unto the whole body of Israel. Well, the elect of Israel, better said. Because the instability and the divide and the destruction that's coming to the people that got them full of anxiety is going to be from Yahweh. He gonna send Yahweh Shai, and all the destruction going to come all at once, from World War III, from famines, from all kinds of destructive, painful events, imminent events coming that he's going to send. He also sent his prophets out there that are trying to earn their salvation and their chance to get out of here, from all those destructive things. That's why we out here warning you, prophesying, telling you about what's happening before it goes down, about an imminent event. Yeah, we create more anxiety, but it should be more fear for Yahweh. We're certain of what's coming, because the scriptures plainly tell us these things are coming. Right? It says, "A man shall be in hiding place from the wind." Yahweh Shai is our protection. We're under the umbrella of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. And any woman that's under our umbrella is then under the umbrella of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. Or any family member, anybody that we're responsible for is under our umbrella, and we're under Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai's umbrella to be covered in, if we're of the elect, to be chosen. Lord willing, we are. Right? It says, "And a man shall be in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Yeah, all those are able to protect you. Right? So let me go to what else I had. I had Book of Proverbs, chapter 1. We're going to start at the top. I could just get to the point. Yeah, I'm going to get to the point. The point is in 7. It says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is the beginning of knowledge. But that anxiousness is the fear that's boiling in you that you don't know why, because it's uncertain. It feels like there's an imminent event coming and you're uncertain about it. Well, we know what that is, but we have fear for him because of an imminent event that we know is coming, that's certain to come. We're looking at the mark of the beast coming. We're looking at World War III adding up. We're looking at the collapse of the housing and American economy and money all across over the world. We're looking at all these things coming, natural events, where tsunamis and earthquakes and tornadoes and storms come across the land and killing people, knowing that the Heavenly Father does those things and he has his reason to do those things. So we have the fear of the Heavenly Father, which is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. And that's why you guys are getting anxious. That's why when you look, everybody's on some type of pill because they're anxious. They feel uneasy. That's why they smoke weed and they partake in drugs and they drink beyond excess. They do too much because they're trying to get numb from that feeling of anxiety that they can't escape. You Israelites are the main ones. You guys know something's coming. Now, when it comes down to these Edomites and some of these heathen, they know something's coming too. A lot of them in the Illuminati that's connected through different Masonic orders, they know something's coming as well. The higher ups are the ones that really know, but you low peon people on the ground, man, the low level Edomites, you guys don't know shit. You just feel it. Everybody can feel it, and they're all trying to find a way out of it. That's why everybody's changing up things about themselves, trying to find a way. The only change that you should be making is for righteousness toward Yahweh Shema Shai. If you're if you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or those that have the spirit of those people, as a basic guideline to who those people are. Everybody else is SOL. They're in their comfort zone. They're in their best case scenario for them right now, or they have already been in it, but they're about to quickly turn to the worst case scenario. Let me go from there. Let me go to the book of no. Let me keep going in there. I'm going to keep going in that 21st, that first chapter up to the 22nd verse. Yes, it says, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge," right? Because you're fools. But the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, right? It says, "Turn you at my reproof," which is correction. "Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you." It says, your young men shall have visions and dreams, and old men and daughters or women will have dreams and all of those things, right? I believe that's in the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter. Let me look. Hold on one second. Look in the physical sword. You see, I believe that's Joel. Where we at? Is that Joel? That might not be Joel. That might be Amos. Might be Daniel. I'm scatterbrained right now. I think it's Daniel though. But yeah, in there it says that for a reason. It could be Mike. It could be anywhere in here. Salakia brothers, I'm sure y'all know the scripture I'm talking about. You can Google it, but I can't Google it while I'm on the phone. So, it could right now I just drew completely blank. It could be anywhere in here, but that's the point. Google that. That you will see vision and dreams, because he was going to pour out his spirit unto you, and make his words known unto you, right? How? By having the men of the Lord out there on the street breaking down his word all over YouTube, all out on the streets of every major city, so there's no excuse that you won't be able to get this word. That's how he's making them known unto you. It says, verse 24, it says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. How? By having the men of the Lord out there offering you salvation. If you're an Israelite, that you can have the opportunity to get salvation, to see if you're chosen to be one of the elect. If you're elected, right? 25, it says, 24 against it, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. Set at naught all of my counsel. Let me go from there. I'm going to go to, yeah. Let me go to 7 o'clock. It's, with none of my counsel. Oh, let me go to Esdras. Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1. Start at the top. Let me see. The point I want is at 4. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, 2nd Esdras chapter 1 verse 4, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds. Because a lot of you Israelites also have psychiatric problems because of the sins and the wickedness that you've done, as well as the people of the world. Only the Israelites, only those that are the elect, will be stable-minded and understand what's going on. Everybody else is gonna get it, man. Is gonna go crazy, gonna need psychiatric help to try to figure out what's going on, and it's not gonna help. The Most High gonna continue to plague you mentally, you know, with that uneasy feeling, uncertain event or imminent event, and uncertain outcome. You know, it says, go thy way and show. Why? Because you've been wicked. Because the people of the earth are defiled and they've been wicked. You know, especially you Israelites, man, you 2/3, especially you. It says, go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children. Because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, they have forgotten me and have offered unto strange gods. Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage? You know, you don't remember what he did to the Israelites in Egypt? So when we broke the scriptures down with the curses, Deuteronomy 28:68, and the different curses in that 28th chapter, you didn't see that in Genesis, the 49th chapter, you couldn't tell that was us. You couldn't tell that was us. That was in Egypt, that got brought out of Egypt. And we showed you about the Lord who you ignorantly called Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh. When we showed you about Yahweh, you can't tell that was us. Gave you a description, gave the breakdown. You can tell that was us. Solomon, you can tell that was us. You know? You can't tell that the Negro Latinos and Native Americans are the Israelites. If you can, you better do something serious to get stable. But if you can't see it, or you claim you didn't know, this is coming. Keep that anxiety rolling, man. You're gonna need psychiatric healing of the mind, because the Most High is gonna bring some serious stuff on y'all. Some serious stuff on y'all. Now let me keep reading, man. It says, Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsels. They have said at not all my counsels, right? Pull thou off then the hair of thy head, that cast all evil upon them. Just be like stressed out and just yank your hair out, because he's going to send all evil upon us. And he's been doing it, and it's about to get worse. That's why that's the imminent event that's coming, that you people can't escape. You know, that uncertain outcome for you, because you're not going to get salvation. You're uncertain. But we believe if we do what the Heavenly Father told us to do, which we're doing it to the best of our ability, then we'll be all right. We're sure of the outcome. We have faith that we'll be all right. You people have no faith. It says, verse 8, pull off thou then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people. Yep, that's you Israelites, you hard-headed Israelites, man. That's you people. Let me go back into Proverbs, first chapter, and I was around the 25th verse, I believe. Which says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. His counsel was coming back to the statutes, laws, and commandments, and his whole Bible, and the prophecies, and preparing for those things. But our people won't listen. We've set at naught all his counsels. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. What calamity? The imminent event, the day of the Lord, when he destroys you. You know, that's your calamity. When he destroys you, when he destroys you, people, man. And it's a couple examples of that is martial law. You're gonna get destroyed. Famine, World War III missiles. All those things are gonna destroy you. You know, all those things are set up to destroy you. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, man. That's what you people are anxious about. That's why you pop pills and drink and smoke drugs and all the stuff that you do, trying to escape from that feeling of destruction, that distress and anguish. But it's going to be real. It's only mental at this point. That's why you're anxious. But it's going to be physical. It's going to really touch you when it comes down to it.